Unsprung mass and tire dynamics. 1. ESP-32, thermal management of the wheel rim, laminar flow, concept, how the Pagani wheel rim design interacts with the airflow. Analysis, we explain the active extraction of hot air from the inside of the wheel assembly. The rim acts as a turbine that draws in the laminar flow to cool down the carbon ceramic brakes. Key visual, computational fluid dynamics, CFD, airflow graph showing cyan air entering the wheel rim and the brakes highlighted in red due to thermal energy. 2. Applied physics, unsprung mass versus response time. Concept, why the weight of the wheel and brake assembly is critical. Analysis, we explain the distinction between sprung mass, chassis, and unsprung mass, wheel, brake assembly. Lower unsprung mass results in reduced inertia, allowing the damper to react significantly faster to tarmac imperfections, thereby keeping the tire firmly planted on the ground. Key visual, comparative suspension diagram demonstrating the difference in response time based on the weight of the wheel assembly. 3. ESP-33, Pirelli Corsa tire, sidewall elasticity, concept, structural tire deformation under G-forces. Analysis, the tire is not a rigid structure, it functions as the primary suspension element. We analyze how the sidewall undergoes controlled deformation under an extreme lateral load of 2.2 G to maximize grip before the spring itself begins to compress. Key visual, cross-section of the tire displaying the flex and structural stress within the sidewall during cornering. 4. ESP-33, continued, contact patch dynamics. Concept, what actually occurs between the rubber compound and the tarmac. Analysis, we explain how the pressure distribution within the contact patch of the Pirelli P0 Corsa shifts under lateral acceleration and heavy braking. We mathematically demonstrate why a stable contact patch prevents a sudden, catastrophic loss of grip. In conclusion, when analyzing the dynamics of a hypercar of the caliber of the Pagani Utopia, it becomes abundantly clear that grip is not some magical property of the rubber. Grip is the direct consequence of an impeccable management of fundamental physics. As we have just demonstrated, every single millimeter of deformation within the ESP-33 tire sidewall and every high-pressure zone on the heat map of our contact patch is meticulously calculated to absorb initial energy before the suspension spring is even aware of the input. Minimizing unsprung mass and evacuating thermal energy through the aerodynamic design of the ESP-32 wheel rim is not an aesthetic choice, it is precision engineering applied to the absolute limit of adhesion. The Utopia does not defy the laws of physics, it exploits them to its absolute advantage. I am Alberto Palacios and this is The Grip Quintessence.